Hello, word wanderers. Welcome to my channel, where we explore fun and practical ways to master the English language, one step at a time. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, so you never miss a lesson. Ever been stuck wondering? Do I say I was or I were? It seems simple, right? But when you're talking about the past, or something imaginary, things can get tricky. One little word can completely change the meaning of your sentence, and how confident you sound. Don't worry, you're not alone. This is one of the most common grammar questions English learners, and even native speakers, ask. But by the end of this lesson, you'll finally know when to say I was, and when I were is actually the right choice. We often use I was because it describes something that really happened in the past. This is called the indicative mood. It's used for facts, reality, and things that actually happened. For example, I was at the beach yesterday. That's something that actually happened. But what if it didn't happen, and you're just imagining it? Then we say I were, not I was. This is called the subjunctive mood. We use it for dreams, wishes, and situations that aren't real, at least not yet. For example, I wish I were at the beach right now. You're not at the beach, but you really wish you were. Here's another example using the subjunctive mood. I wish I were taller than Rose. This isn't something that's true right now, it's just something you wish. You're imagining a different reality, and that's why we use were, not was. So before you use I was or I were, ask yourself this simple question: did it actually happen, or do I just want it to happen? If it really happened, use I was, but if it's just a wish, a dream, or something imaginary, use I were. Now, here's the second reason we use I were. We also use it when we're talking about hypothetical situations. Let's say, if I were taller than Rose, I would be a flight attendant. You're not actually taller than Rose, but you're imagining what would happen if you were. Another common example is, if I were you, I would take the job. You're not that person, but you're giving advice by imagining you were in their position. Our clue words are wish and if, but not always. So here's an important tip, especially if you're taking an exam. When you're answering a sentence completion question, stop and ask yourself, did this actually happen? Because if it didn't, if it's just a dream, a wish, or a what if, you might be looking at the subjunctive mood. And that means you should use I were instead of I was. Alright, it's quiz time. Let's see how well you understand the difference between I was and I were. Remember, I was is used for things that really happened, and I were is used for things that are imagined, wished for, or hypothetical. Let's check the correct answers together. I'll read each sentence aloud, and you can follow along. Yesterday, I saw a group of flight attendants walking through the airport. They looked so confident and professional, with their sleek uniforms and carry-ons in hand. I couldn't help but stop and stare for a moment. I started imagining what my life would be like if I were one of them. As I watched them pass, I thought, if I were a few inches taller, maybe I'd have the confidence to apply. I've always loved the idea of traveling the world, meeting new people, and seeing different cultures. But then I reminded myself that back in high school, I was really focused on engineering. I enjoyed math and science, and most people around me expected me to follow a more practical path. At that time, I was not really thinking hard about what I wanted to be. Still, part of me wonders what might have happened if I were bold enough to chase a more adventurous dream. How did you do? I hope you now feel more confident using I was and I were. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Thanks for watching and learning with me. And I'll see you in the next one.